This is a very important story. Ukraine update. So the Trump administration announced it's not going to give intelligence to Ukraine for a while. Today, tomorrow, everything's going to change over there, and maybe next week, maybe over the weekend. Okay, but for now, a U.S. official said that information is no longer being shared with the government of Ukraine. Okay, another negotiating thing. However, Zelensky's in Brussels, Belgium, for emergency talks with European leaders. Good. I mean, I want Europe to do more to help Ukraine. And I want the mineral deal with Ukraine for the USA, which I think is going to happen. Okay. Now, here's something very interesting. We have a poll on BillO'Reilly.com. Should we continue funding Ukraine? Most in the initial volley say no. They're willing to walk away from Ukraine, which, of course, if Putin participated in the poll, and I understand he gets a lot of what we say, he would say, no. Putin would go, no. Okay, so he'd be on the side of the majority. But this has happened in the past, and people don't know. So in 1956, the Soviet Union controlled Hungary, the country of Hungary. And the Hungarians didn't want this oppression, so they rose up, and there was a rebellion. Well, the Red Army marched right in there because Soviets were controlling, and they killed about 3,000 civilians, Hungarians, and wounded 20,000, and arrested 26,000 and sent them to the gulags out in Siberia. I mean, we didn't do anything. That's Eisenhower. We didn't do a thing. All right? Then in 1968, 12 years later, same thing in Czechoslovakia. They were tired of the Soviets on their necks, and they tried to rebel. Once again, Soviet forces, army goes marching right in, all right, and kills 137 civilians, wounds more than 500. We didn't do a thing. That was Johnson. He's tied up in Vietnam. We didn't do anything. And then China takes over Tibet. The communists in Beijing, they go, we're taking over Tibet. That's the Dalai Lama. Listen to this. 1.2 Tibetans have been killed by the Chinese communists. 1.2 million. And out of that number, it's estimated that 100,000 were tortured to death in Chinese concentration camps. We do anything? No. But it's a different situation now because Putin is on the march. So there was no danger of the Soviet Union not stopping at Hungary or Czechoslovakia and going into Germany and Austria to take it over. That wasn't going to happen. Putin will go as far as he can go. That's why he's on the cover of Confronting Evil, my book, which will be out in September. This guy is Hitler, okay? He doesn't have the capacity to kill like Hitler, but he's the same mentality. I'm taking it. And I don't care how many people die. All right. So a little bit of history for you in this discussion. This is a very strange story. So I get a lot of mail, thousands of pieces of mail a week. And we get them from all precincts. Get a lot of people writing in about internet stuff, okay? Which is insane. And I keep telling you, if you believe this stuff on the internet, your life is going to be a shambles because you're not going to know what's true or what isn't true. One of the themes lately has been that the Democrats encouraged Zelensky to misbehave at the Oval Office meeting last Friday. I can't tell you how many letters I've gotten. Oh, the Democrats did this. Here's what happened, okay? Before the meeting, there was a breakfast at the Hay Adams Hotel, which is in Washington, D.C., Shishi place, okay? And there were 11 U.S. senators at the breakfast, mixed between Democrats and Republicans. Here's how Lindsey Graham described it. Go.
President Trump was very excited. President Zelensky's very excited about this economic deal. $500 billion, folks, is a big deal. This is Donald Trump, the deal maker and peacemaker on display.
Okay, that was before the meeting, after the senator came out of having breakfast with Zelensky. Everything was fine. Everybody was happy, according to Lindsey Graham and all the other senators except one, Chris Murphy from Connecticut. So Murphy is a top Trump hater in the Senate now. And he says, quote, just finished a meeting with President Zelensky here in Washington. He confirmed that the Ukrainian people will not support a fake peace agreement where Putin gets everything he wants and there are no security arrangements in Ukraine. Okay, that's Murphy. Okay, and he's implying that he had a meeting with Zelensky, just finished a meeting with Zelensky. He doesn't say there were 10 other senators there. He didn't have a private meeting, Murphy. He was in the same meeting, Lindsey Graham and all the other senators, who none of them say that there was any attempt to convince Zelensky to misbehave. So it's 10 against 1. And Murphy's doing this because he hates Trump. You don't think he hates Trump? Listen to this. Go.
The only qualification to Donald Trump for you to serve in government is if you pledge a loyalty oath to him personally and are willing to facilitate his corruption. He is trying to turn government into an enrichment vehicle for his billionaire friends. He wants to steal from ordinary people in order to help his Mar-a-Lago crowd. And if you aren't interested in that agenda, then you can't work for the president of the United States.
All right. So Murphy puts out that he met with Zelensky and he told Zelensky, don't accept this deal from Trump. It's a lie. Now, I can't back it up 100%, but all the evidence that I have accumulated, it's just a flat out lie. But the media picked it up, and that's why I'm getting letters about it. So I thought you needed to know that. Thank you for watching. To view full episodes of the No Spin News anytime, sign up to become a BillO'Reilly.com premium or concierge member today.